What's good, guys? Today's video is going to be some tips and tricks on close range combat. The main thing you want to figure out first is your sensitivity settings. So go ahead and click the icon on the top of this video to get info and a guide to bring your journey of figuring out your sensitivity settings to get them one step closer to how you want them. Now, on to close quarter combat tips and tricks. The main thing you should do is decide how you're going to aim before it's too late. You must decide according to the distance of target, the way your opponent is moving, obstacles around you, and aggressiveness of your enemy. These are all too much to think about when you're actually playing, but let's go through about what I'm talking about. Knowing the distance of your target is probably the first and foremost, the most important thing, because you can't spray at an enemy that is too far away and you can't aim at an enemy that is too close. Aiming down your sights is important when shooting at your target that is 20 feet away and farther, because you can't trust the soft aim feature when your target is a nice distance away. But if you are maneuvering around obstacles and walls, then it is best to soft aim while targeting your opponent, because then you have a better view of everything. This way you can see how your opponent is moving and you could work your magic for the kill. The spray feature is highly recommended when you're up close and personal with an enemy. If you aim down your sights and your opponent is really close, all you do is make yourself more vulnerable because it slows down your movement and makes you an easier target to hit. When you spray without aiming, you can easily strafe quickly back and forth while shooting. This way you're harder to hit, and you could also lay some nice shots on your opponent. Depending on the aggressiveness of your opponent, you must always make sure you are moving around to keep your opponent guessing, because the more you stay in one spot, the easier it is for your opponent to frag you out or to maneuver his way around into a better spot to take you out. If your opponent is running in a straight line towards you and they don't notice you, then you could easily aim down your sights to take them out. If they're running sideways while you're hiding behind cover and they don't see you, then you could either aim down your sight or soft aim. I prefer soft aiming when they're not too far away, because most opponents tend to stop as you're shooting them and go in a different direction. So when I soft aim, it's easier for me to see when the target does that, and that way I could adjust my shot much easier compared to when I'm aiming down my sight. When an opponent and myself are around the same cover, I like to just directly rush them and spray them down. Put my barrel right into their gut. This surprises them and gives me an advantage because I'll be shooting first. So keep in mind, when it's about 20 feet or farther, try to aim down your sights. Between 10 and 20 feet, soft aim depending on what is around and how your opponent is coming at you. Then, when you're too close for comfort, just get up there and spray them down. Do not forget, guys, when you are listening to those footsteps and you're already aiming, guessing where your opponent's coming from, as you're timing those footsteps to walk right around that corner, don't be afraid to pre-fire. Pre-fire at your opponent's location. This way you could either scare them, land some shots, and then rush in from there, or maybe they'll peek pretty hard where you'll land all your shots and take them out. But don't get too cocky with it, because the more you shoot, the less you hear from a different spot and take you out. So listen to those footsteps, pre-fire, but all at the same time, don't leave your body vulnerable. And that's it for today's video, guys. If any of these gave you any help for close quarter combat, please give this video a like. I'm shooting for 50 likes. Sub to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell to get notified when a video of mine goes live. Till next time, y'all. Peace.